standing here in a car park off London Road. What do we hope to be standing in, say, in 5 years' time, 10 years' time?
I expect we're standing in a modern high-tech business park that's been redeveloped by the current landowners here with the help of Harlow Council and the Harlow Enterprise Zone.
So going back to basics, the Enterprise Zone, what is it and how big is it?
Right, Harlow Enterprise Zone is one of 24 enterprise zones set up around the country. For me, it's a mark of the government's confidence in Harlow, because those 24 enterprise zones have been awarded to areas that they feel have the greatest potential for job growth and business growth. So it's great that Harlow has been recognised as that. Specifically, what it will do is bring new businesses and new jobs to Harlow. We've got the task of developing some underused, or in some cases derelict sites, to bring in new business space, with the attraction for businesses of up to 100% rate relief in some cases for a 5-year period, so hopefully there's a big financial incentive for businesses to come to Harlow, but also a more relaxed planning framework. So one of the things that businesses often complain about is complex public sector bureaucracy, and the enterprise zones have done away with that because there is no need to submit detailed planning applications. That work has already been done by the council.
That's what the development order that was in the council agenda, yeah.
That's right, the local development orders, yes.
In a simple way, how will you gauge success or failure? What's your criteria?
Essentially, it'll come down to the number of jobs that we bring into Harlow. That's what it's about. New businesses creating new jobs for people who live in Harlow and people who live in the surrounding districts.
I guess, would you see that Harlow is at another stage of its development, in that, we had a new town built and a population, and now we seem to have with new housing developments, with the enterprise. Would you say it's an exciting time for the town?
Absolutely. No, I'm really excited to be here. I think we are at the threshold now in Harlow of potentially you could describe it as the development of another new town. New housing, new businesses, new jobs. Tremendously exciting time for the town.
But what about the school children who are now 10, 12, 13 years of age? I guess they've got to make sure, they've got to be equipped, haven't they? Equipped to be ready for an enterprise zone and the jobs that could come with it.
Yeah, and Harlow's got a growing population. It needs to provide new housing, it needs to provide new jobs. And I think there's a lot of complementary activities that are taking place in Harlow now, with Anglia-Ruskin University coming to the town a couple of years ago, the new University Technical College that's going to open in a year or so's time. So, and I know that the secondary schools are working very hard at engaging with businesses. So there's a lot that's already happening here to work with young people. Harlow College has been awarded the status of being the best college in the country. So all this is fantastic news for potential employers coming to the town, because we can really sell the fact not only that Harlow's a great location, but actually it's got great people as well.
Well, on a day-to-day basis, what is now that you've started, what is your role?
Initially is to try and secure some funding so we can put some of the basic infrastructure into the site. That means putting in some new roads through the undeveloped parts of the enterprise zone, getting in utilities, electricity and power supplies and broadband supplies, so that it's easier then for us to attract businesses in. So getting the infrastructure in is one of the first things. Working with the existing landowners, here we are on the former Nortel site. We're working very closely with the new owners of this site, Harlow Property Limited, to redevelop this site. Over the next year, they will be doing work here to demolish some of the derelict buildings on the site, to refurbish some of the higher quality buildings, and to bring in new tenants. So we'll be working with them to help them achieve that. And I think that's going to be a very exciting time for Harlow in the next year or so, when real progress starts to be seen on this site.
This isn't a job interview, because you've already got that job. But what as they say, what skills are you bringing to help this vision become a reality?
Well, I've worked in economic development and urban regeneration for about 20 years. Some people in Harlow may know me from my time as Chief Executive of Harlow Renaissance from 2007 to 2011. So I've worked in the town for 4 years. I know it pretty well, so I've got a good understanding of what makes it tick, but also, more importantly, what its potential is as well.
Andrew, thank you very much.